guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry my hair is wet, I just re-dyed it again. If you saw my last video, you saw me using the Kristen S hair toning gloss, and so I used the L'Oreal Paris dark auburn to try to get my hair back to that same color. So you'll come along on this journey with me, seeing how it turns out. Since it's wet right now, it'll probably dry by the time I'm done with this video. But this video is going to be a review of the NikkieTutorials Beauty Bay palette. I did a poll on my Instagram stories and asked if you guys wanted to see me do a video on this, and I got 100% response yes, so thank you for responding to that. This is what the palette looks like. It has the dark side and then the light side. The shadows are just beautiful. I swatched a couple of the sparkly ones on my hand, but I haven't touched it other than that. So I'm gonna swatch all of the colors on my arm for you, and then I'm also going to create an eye look with them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do my base makeup, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. My base is done. I swatched them on my arms, so, oh god. Okay. To quickly mention that she said not all of the shadows swatch very well with fingers, and so I'm excited to try the ones that didn't swatch very well out on my actual eye, like with a brush. And I just also wanted to quickly mention that this is a pressed a pressed pigment palette. I don't know which shades are pressed pigments and which aren't. It just says it's a pressed pigment palette, so maybe all of them are pressed pigments, I'm not sure, but so they might stain. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a couple of them stained a little bit on my arm from that swatch, but you know, no big deal. So here we go. Let me put on my eyeshadow base. I'm just using the Kat Von D Super Brow Pomade, and this is in the color Bleach. Okay, so there we go. My base is done. I'm really inspired by a lot of the colors in this palette, so I think I'm gonna start out by using the shade Basic Truth, which I believe means basic B in Dutch. If you didn't know, NikkieTutorials is a Dutch makeup artist, and she learned English through YouTube. Okay, that color is basically just my skin tone, so I'm actually just gonna put it all over my lid just to set the Kat Von D brow pomade. I'm just gonna put Plot Twist all over my lid with this little fluffy Morphe brush. In her reveal video, Nikki said that this color Plot Twist was like one of her favorites from the palette, but I don't know, I'm not seeing it. It's just kind of like a really faint periwinkle. I don't know, it's not giving me much. What do you guys think? Okay, so in my crease, I'm gonna go in with the color Slasher, which is this purple color right here. I really like that purple color. It can go on really intense if you want it to, but you could also fade it out like this and make it more pastel. It's really pretty. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing on my other eye. And oh, by the way, the brushes I'm using are my Morphe M305 and the Morphe M461 blending brushes. And I'm actually just gonna bring this purple down so my whole lid is this color. The idea I'm going for here is gonna kind of be like color blocking, so I wanna do purple on the lids, and then I wanna put the green on my under eye, and then I wanna put yellow in my inner corner, and then I want to put all in on top of the lid as well. which was the one of the sparkly shades. And I'm going to take this little fluffy Eco Tools brush for that. And the green color is called Ew. If you don't follow Nikki, you probably wouldn't know, but she really does not like green eyeshadow or green makeup, so it's funny that she included one in her palette. And I have to say, I've never used a Beauty Bay eyeshadow before, but they're sliding on like butter. There's no patchiness, like they're blending out really well, so it's a really, really good formula. It's always so much harder to put eyeshadow on my bottom, like lashes on this eye, because this eye gets so watery that it's just like, oh, you know the feeling? Okay, so now I'm gonna take Vla, which is this yellow color, and I'm just going to put that in my inner corner. I love that yellow, it's so pretty. And my heart says I should keep this look matte, but the reason we're here is to try the sparkles, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm going to go in with All In on my lid. That pigment, that sparkle, is insane. Do you see that? Oh my goodness. That's wild. The reflect it has, oh my goodness. I think I'm going to also put a glitter on top of the yellow in my inner corner. Which I might regret because I'm just gonna do it anyway. So I'm gonna use this color right up here, Ivy. And I'm gonna put this one on with a brush so we can see the difference in like how they apply with fingers versus with a brush. So here we go. Yeah, I definitely think, hold on, let me try to put it on now with my finger over this because the brush was like not giving me everything. See, that's so much better. So if you want the glow to be more subtle, I would go with a brush, but if you want it to be like a glitter, you gotta use your finger. You know what? I'm gonna get crazy and I'm gonna add some blue. Just for the sake of trying to use as many colors in this palette as possible. I'm gonna go for this Amsterdam, like cobalt blue color on the bottom, and I'm just gonna add it, keep it like more towards the outer part of my lower lash line. Okay, so I know the look is kind of wild and there's a lot of colors going on here, but I really like it. What do you guys think? I don't know, I feel like with the colors in this palette being the way that they are, like there's just so many fun things that you could do, but then there's also like some more basic colors, like you have the brown and like the light blue and the peach color, you know? And the sparkles, I feel like, you know, I would add sparkle to anything. I would like to douse my whole body in sparkles at all times, so that's kind of an everyday wearable thing for me, but I don't know if it is for everyone. Okay, so now it's time to do mascara and lips. For mascara, I'm going to use my Glossier Lash Slick. And now for lips, I'm going to use this Color Sensational by Maybelline. This is in Dusty Rose. I have this Color Sensational by Maybelline in another color. I have the, I have the pink coral one. This one is super creamy and super easy to use. This one is like dry as hell. So I don't know what this one has been through, but she needs some help. Okay, that actually looks really good with the purple shadow. That's so funny. I didn't really think that through, but it looks great. And just to keep it simple, since the eye look is so bold, I'm going to go in with the wet gloss from Kimchi Chic Beauty. This is in the shade Manhattan, which is just clear. And it smells like tangerine, which I like. I did put blush on before, but I feel like she's a little bit lacking, so I'm just gonna add on a little bit more blush. This is the Zoeva Basic Moment palette, and it's a blush, contour, and highlight shade, which is what I'm wearing on as my highlight and contour as well on my face right now. And I'm just gonna use this bronzing brush from Eco Tools. Okay, much better. So here is the finished look. I hope you guys like it. I would say my final thoughts on this palette are that I highly, highly recommend it. I believe it's $40 US, but I will leave that in the description box down below because I'm not sure off the top of my head. I bought it Black Friday weekend. It was 20% off. But it's honestly a good price for a palette with this many shades in it and a palette that's this high quality. The shadows blend super easily. The shimmer shadows are shimmery. The pigmentation is great. So I honestly would highly recommend this. And I think if you're not someone who's going to use all of the crazy colors, there are some neutral shades, but I feel like you could get a palette that had just more neutral shades if that was all you were gonna use. Like, I have this little Kylie Jenner, oh my god, it's upside down, Kylie Cosmetics, the bronze palette that you guys have seen me use before, and this is basically just all pretty neutral shades. So I would recommend more like something like that if you're really not going to dip into any of the more colorful shades in here. But at the same time, I think they're like the same price and you get a lot more in here. So maybe I wouldn't recommend Kylie as a brand. Maybe more like Juvia's Place. Their shadows are incredible and they do have neutral palettes that are pretty affordable. So Juvia's Place I would recommend as well. But yeah, if you are going to dip into any of the more, you know, colorful, out of the box, creative type colors in here, definitely worth it. I would highly recommend this. At the time I'm filming this, it is still available, but I believe this is their final restock. So I will leave the link where you can purchase it in the description box down below. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you on the next one. Bye!